Hello everyone, this is Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all another Wi-Fi battle in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Now this is so not going to be an OU battle because my opponent for this battle is actually going to be TickleMeChad again. And as you guys all know, TickleMeChad is a person who likes to battle in the lower tiers. And I was like, okay, so I have to make a underused kind of team. In fact, the tier that we're doing in this battle is actually going to be an NU battle. And how to say, I was like, okay, I gotta make a team. Because the reason why I decided to battle Chad for this battle was just because, I mean, Chad was looking for NU battles and literally nobody was responding to him. So I was like, you know what, let's just help a friend out and make a team. Even though I didn't have a team either for myself. But I was just like, let's just make one. And I actually used this team, which is actually one that I think you guys have seen before in my Sun and Moon battle. So I was like, you know what, I kind of had faith in the base of the team. So I was just like, you know what, let's try it once again against my boy Chad. And here he is. He's ready to start kicking some booty, as I am as well. He's going to lead off with Incineroar, as you can see here. And I'm going to lead off with my Navy Seal to kick the booty right now. And I think here what I try to go for is U-turn. He goes for Fake Out though, so I was like, oh great. I forgot that they get Fake Out the Incineroars. It's because I almost never see Incineroars. But yeah, he's going to go into Herbert now, which is a Slowbro, and I'm just going to go for the U-turn because, yeah, I don't want to stay in on a Incineroar, because what if I can't kill it with Superpower? So I'm just going to go into Garras, which is my Sneasel. I was hoping he'd just switch out so I can go for Knockoff, but he actually doesn't switch out, so I just get the Knockoff off. I get to knock off its leftovers, I think. Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, it survives, and it's going to get the Thunder Wave off as well. So I'm like, oh my goodness, not this shit again. And here I switch out because I know he's going to switch out because he's not going to want to take another knockoff. I know plus he can switch out because of Regenerator ability and whatnot. So I was like, okay. I go into Braviary, obviously. And he's going to go into the Boulder Boner thingy. And I'm just going to go for U-turn because I don't want to deal with that. Steelix because that shit's scary. Plus, Navy Seal can't really do anything to that. So I'm just going to go into Seismitoad here because obviously he's going to go for rocks. So I figured if he's going to get rocks up, I might as well get my rocks up. Because, you know, we got to even up the playing field here, you know. Not to mention, I know he's going to switch out into either Vileplume or the Vivillon. One of the two. Because he just knows that I'm going to go for my own Stealth Rocks, obviously. And I do go for them. But now I have to switch out. And I think here's where I decide to hard switch into Sneasel. And the reason why I wanted to hard switch into Sneasel was because if this thing goes for Quiver Dance, I need to at least get an Ice Shard off on this thing so that it at least gets damage. And then it can probably put it in range where my Hitmontop, which carries Bullet Punch, is Technician boosted and is carrying Life Orb, should be able to take it out, honestly. That's basically the plan here, actually. Because, as you can see, this thing did, in fact, go for Quiver Dance. He could have gone for Bug Buzz, but I was like, yeah. I kind of felt like the Quiver Dance was more obvious, honestly. Because that's kind of what Vivillons like to do. They just like to set up Quiver Dances, honestly. But, yeah. Here it goes for Bug Buzz now. Takes out my Sneasel. I got an Ice Shard off, thankfully. I did not get paralyzed, because that was actually what I was more afraid of. And now, as I said, or as I planned, I go into Hitmontop now, get the Bullet Punch off, and it takes out the Blow Jobs. So now he can't blow any jobs out. And now he's going to go back into Herbert, which unfortunately I don't carry anything for this thing. I had Pursuit on this Hitmontop, but just because for some reason I thought I could make it work, but honestly I couldn't. I'm not going to go for Pursuit on this bulky mofo that is Blowbro. So I'm just going to switch out into Minesweeper, which is the Whimsicott here. And hoping he would go for anything that isn't Ice Beam, basically. He goes for Psy Shark though, so I was like, okay, that's fine. Here what I go for now is Leech Seed. Although this was kind of risky because he could have just sent in the Vileplume. But I just went for Leech Seed anyways, and I'm gonna get some HP back. Now here, because it's a Steel type, and Whimsicott can't really touch it whatsoever, unfortunately, at least not mine. I figured, you know what, let's just stay in and go for a Substitute. And see if he tries to stay in and go for Heavy Slam. Unfortunately, that's not what he does, and he's actually going to now switch into Vileplume. And I was like, damn it, crap. And this sucks because now my Whimsicott is going to take unnecessary damage from this Substitute. And the 2 turns that I'm going to get of leftovers right here is not going to be enough to restore it to where it was at before I went for Substitute, you know. The only thing I can do now right here is just go for Moonblast and probably just hope for a special attack drop so that whatever I switch in right now doesn't take Sludge Bomb too badly, because right now I have very limited switches into Sludge Bomb, honestly. That's kind of one of the problems I have with this team run, unfortunately. is that I don't have very many switch-ins to Sludge Bomb. So getting this special attack drop is actually very, very useful for me. Since I was able to outspeed this thing with my Whimsicott, I figured, you know what, I can probably just go for the U-turn here instead of having the hard switch, because if I couldn't outspeed this, then I'd have to hard switch, obviously, to avoid taking any damage, or should I say lose Whimsicott here. But because I know I can outspeed, I just go for U-turn. I'm going to go into Fred which is Hitmontop. What I wanted to do right here, though, was actually go for Rapid Spin, and I was actually hoping he'd go for another Sludge Bomb, or maybe even Giga Drain, predicting me to go into Seismitoad. Why exactly? I don't know. I mean, I can do that sometimes. I don't know why. But here he goes in for the Sleep Powder, and I was like, oh great, now this is actually really, really bad. Here I'm just gonna stay in and try to burn turns of sleep, obviously, because like I said, if I'm asleep, I can't really do anything, and if I don't burn turns of sleep, I just, like I said, can't do anything. Now here, thankfully, I wake up the second turn. See, this is why I needed to burn turns of sleep. I get a Mach Punch off right here on this Incineroar that came in. He did not go for Flare Blitz, thankfully, and now this thing dies to Rocks when it switches out because he went for U-turn. He's gonna go back into Herbert once again. He's getting a lot of his HP back with that damn Regenerator ability, so I have to switch out now because I don't have anything to take hits with this. I have nothing for Slowbro with Hitmontop is what I meant to say. I go into Whimsicott again, and he's gonna go for another Thunder Wave, and I'm like, oh my goodness. It's better than damage right now, at least on this Whimsicott, because this Whimsicott, like, it doesn't really have a lot of offensive power anyway, so what it's meant to do is just kind of be like a trickster kind of a thing. So I figured, okay. Here, I know he's going to switch out, so I'm going to go for the U-turn, but I cannot because I get paralyzed again, and I'm like, oh, wow. This bullshit paralyzed once again, ruining my shit as usual, but whatever. I stay in here, take a Sludge Bomb, because I honestly don't have any switch-ins to Sludge Bomb, like I said before. I couldn't get a Moonblast off because, yeah, I'm paralyzed and I'm slower than this thing now. Here I go into Navy Seal. I should have gone into Hitmontop here. That's actually kind of a misplay here. I should have gone into Hitmontop. But for some dumbass reason, I thought that the freaking Hitmontop would get outsped by the Vileplume. I don't know how that's the case because I looked at the speeds. It's actually significantly slower than Hitmontop. So I don't know why on earth I didn't think I could actually not send in Hitmontop here. And go for Rapid Spin to get rid of these damn rocks that are, right now, it's dicking my team right now. Specifically my Braviary and my Delphox. In fact, it's preventing my Delphox from coming in just like that, honestly. Here I go, as you can see, I was going to go for U-turn on the Vileplume, predicting a switch, but he actually sacks this Incineroar. And as a result, he now sends in Slowbro, which I still go for a U-turn. Going to Seismitoad to take a Psyshock, because this is like literally the last thing I have to switch in a Psyshock. I mean, I have Delphox, but you can go for Scald. Here, I stay in and go for Scald, not Toxic. I was going to say Toxic. No, I didn't want to go for Toxic because he had this Vileplume, and I figured he'd think I'd try to go for Toxic on a Slowbro. So I went for Scald on the incoming Vileplume, and the reason why I wanted to go for Scald was just because I wanted to see if I can get this burn on this Vileplume so that it stops getting recovery from Black Sludge. And it took 2 Scalds to finally get the burn on this Vileplume. Now it's Black Sludge will get negated now. Here, as you can see, I just stayed in, obviously, because, like I said, I needed that burn. And plus, I wanted to see if he can actually put my my Seismitoad to sleep so that my Hitmontop can just come in, Rapid Spin, and not have to worry about getting put to sleep again. But if he went for an attack here, if he went for an attack here anyways, I would have lost Hitmontop regardless, so I don't even know what the point of that idea was in the first place, in all honesty. But bottom line was that here, yeah, instead of going for the Rapid Spin, I actually just go for the Bullet Punch. Like I said, I for some reason thought that the freaking Vileplume would outspeed me, so I figured that it would be pointless going for Rapid Spin when I can get the free damage. But unfortunately, my dumbass didn't know that Hitmontop was normally faster than this damn thing. So I was like, damn it. I literally, this is where I actually just threw the battle away, because now these rocks are just gonna straight up tear my team to shreds, basically. Because look, here comes Delphox, full HP. Nope, never mind, because the rocks happened. And literally, my only 2 mons left right now are both weak to freaking rocks. So I'm like, if I just gotten rid of the rocks, if I just went for Rapid Spin there. But I did not, and now I have to send in Delphox, as you guys can see. Force this thing out. I went for Calm Mind because I knew he was going to switch out. He goes into Slowbro. I have Grass Knot for this thing. I just got to hope I can take this damn thing out. And I do not, because I don't know what investments this damn Slowbro has, but it didn't go down, unfortunately. And as a result, this thing gets another Thunder Wave off on my Firefox, and I was like, oh my god. And I try to finish this thing off with a Grass Knot again, and it just got paralyzed, and now I have to take more damage, which really sucks, honestly. But whatever. I'm just gonna go for another grass now just to finally take this thing out. Thankfully, he did not switch out because holy cranberries. If he switched out, I would have been just disappointed, honestly. But whatever. He's gonna send out foreskin now and go for knockoff. I was hoping I'd be able to outspeed because I was able to outspeed Slowbro, but I'm not able to outspeed it, so therefore I'm just gonna have to take a knockoff, unfortunately. He's gonna get a Moxie because this is a Moxie Scrafty. And now here I'm just gonna send in Braviary just to hopefully actually I just went for U-turn right here just to see if he goes into Steelix, but he does not. He actually stays in. He figures that now there's no need to switch out because he literally kind of has the match in the bag at this point, especially if he predicts me correctly like he did right here. And he's just gonna go for Drain Punch. And now I'm just gonna lose Seismitoad here because here I was gonna go for Skull just to get the burn, but I don't even outspeed this thing anyways, which is kind of crazy because I did outspeed the Vileplume earlier. So to see me not being able to outspeed this is kind of weird. So this is like, this whole thing is actually kind of weird in all honesty. This whole speed tying thing, or the speed tiering stuff. It's all confusing me right now. But bottom line is that I lost Seismitoad to a knockoff. I was hoping to get the burn, couldn't outspeed it. So as a result, I just lost Seismitoad. Here I sent in my last Pokemon, which is Braviary. Took more rocks for no reason, basically. And now I'm just forced to just go for Superpower because it hits this thing super hard, sure. And it can hit this thing as hard as possible as well. Now here I just go for Superpower once more. I wanted to see how much a crit would do, but looking at that damage, it doesn't look like even a crit would have done it for me, honestly. So yeah, he's just gonna go for Heavy Slap on my Braviary, and I'm just gonna lose basically. Once again, just losing battles, but it's all good because it's against Chad. In fact, it's funny how my first 3 battles have all been with the friends, basically, with the buddies. First was Soulfire, my friend. Then the Killer Nacho, my friend. And now Chad, my friend. Like, this was just a frenzies battle, kind of a battling. I don't know. This was like a friendly trio of battles that we had here, basically. That's what I was trying to say in the first place. Jeez, I can't talk, like I said. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, I was disappointed that I lost yet again. I think I'm like the only one losing every battle right now, which is actually kind of crazy. But yeah, it's all good. Because I like all these people. Soulfire, Nacho, Chad. They're all awesome people in my opinion. So me losing is like whatever at this point. I'll get better eventually. I mean, this is kind of like me in a nutshell. Every time I start a new Pokemon game, I'm always just losing battles for like the first few times. It's not until much later when I start to get kind of better. But oh well. Either way, good games to Chad. And if you guys don't know who he is, I'll just leave his handles in the description so you guys can check him out if you guys want to. But with that, I'll catch you guys in the next battle. And for now, just take it easy.